right, good people, what's going on? Let's bring this up so that I can communicate with you guys. Go ahead and type in the chat where you're from. Let me see who we're working with. Link Graham, what's going on, man? So this is part of the system that you just got, Link. We have a credit restoration business right inside that system that you just got. Who else? Go ahead and type in the chat where you're from, man. Let's get this thing on, man. I'm excited about this because if you study market trends and you know anything about business, man, you can't look at the financial services industry. Tony, what's going on, my brother? Jacksonville, Florida, in the house. Okay. Who else do we have? Go ahead and type in the chat where you're from. Let me go ahead and share this on my page real quick. There we go. Who else do we have in the building this morning? Let's give folks a little minute to jump in. While they're jumping in, go ahead, type in the chat where you are from. So we got St. Louis in the building, and we got Jacksonville, Florida in the building so far. Who else do we have in the building, man? It's coming around that time of the year where people are looking for ways to make a few extra dollars. Some of you guys are looking at, your current situation and like, man, I can't go into 2018 doing the same things that I did in 2017. So you might be looking at having or starting a business. And it's critical that you pick a good industry. I like to talk about evergreen industries, industries that will always be around. And then get yourself plugged into a system. What I'm going to share with you today is a credit restoration franchise where there's a system in place that all you have to do is plug into that system, learn the material, and then follow the course of action that's laid out in the franchise system, and you will have similar success as any and other franchisees. Go ahead and type in the chat where you're from. I know it's lunchtime for some. You may not be able to type in the chat, but those of you who got your fingertips free, go ahead and let me know where you're from, what part of the country, and I'm going to show you how to make a few extra dollars in the credit restoration space. You can even leverage things like webinars like what we're on right now and different things. Man, we got a complete business in the box. Reno, Nevada in the building. Okay, we got a complete business in the box turnkey system. And you guys read that right if you looked at the description. Just $10 to start, $35 per month to maintain your membership. Yes, I said it. Get a complete credit restoration franchise, all the tools, resources needed, education, training, support, branding and marketing support, everything you need, $10 to start, $34.95 per month. So you might be saying to yourself, okay, we're coming down the home stretch of 2017. I do not want to go into 2018 without a business. At least I'm hoping that's what you're saying, man, because we're in America. If you don't have a business in America, you are literally a foreigner in your own country. See, America is business, and the language of America is capitalism. The reason so many Black people struggle is because they don't understand the language of capitalism. So I want to help you understand that today and position you to start get on the right side of capitalism, as we like to say. But go ahead and type in the chat where you're from. And I'm going to show you how our system works and the benefits of a system like this. But let me just plug in my cell phone real quick. to make sure that don't go out. That way I can still see your chat if you guys have questions as we go along. Do me a huge favor, guys. Chances are there's somebody on your timeline that wants to know how to start their own business for 2017. So go ahead and share this real quick. Macon, Georgia in the building. Go ahead and hit the share button for me real quick. I'd really appreciate that. And we're going to get started here in the next minute or so. Who else do we have? Looks like we have about 25 people on. Go ahead and type in the chat where you're from. Macon, Georgia is in the building. I know Belleville, Illinois is in the building. St. Louis is in the building. We had Jacksonville, Florida in the building. Reno, Nevada in the building. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Just so you guys know, what I'm going to do is basically I just want to give you an idea of why the credit repair. So does New York in the building. I want to give you an idea of why credit restoration is a good business to just join Jacksonville, Florida in the building. Okay. Why credit restoration is a good business to be in. And then for $10 and $35 a month, man, you can be profitable really, really quickly in this business. Jackson, Mississippi, El Paso, Texas. I see you guys. Thank you and welcome. Go ahead and hit the share button. If you have not already shared, please share this out. There's some people looking at what kind of business they're going to start for 2018, where they can get started with our pre-Black Friday special, where they can join a credit education franchise for just $10 to start, $35 per month to maintain. So here we go. Let's get into it. Why credit restoration? You guys, if you know anything about business, if you haven't been under a rock for the last 15 years, you know credit restoration is just flat out hot, just period. Credit restoration is one of those industries that is, I mean, it's just on fire right now. Why? Because a lot of people have come to the realization that credit is important. See, most of us, Generation Xers, Generation Y, millennials, we had no idea of the benefits of credit. So we got into college. They gave us all sorts of credit cards. We messed that up. We got some cars and maybe had them repoed and credit just in the tank. But as we start to get into our mid to late 30s and early 40s, we start to realize how important it is to have good credit. So we are actually the generation that is driving the credit restoration industry because we jacked our personal credit up so long. So now we're searching and trying to find ways to get that fixed. So credit restoration is a very, very popular and a very hot and lucrative industry. I was just doing some research before I jumped on. It's $4 billion per year industry, just credit restoration and credit repair alone, $4 billion per year. Where else are you going to be able to jump in the industry for just $10, right? You get to jump in a $4 billion per year evergreen industry. What do I mean by evergreen? You guys hear me saying that a lot. Well, an evergreen industry is one of those industries that will always be there. You have some things that come out and they are trendy. So that is a trend. And you can get in on the upside of a trend and make a ton of money, but trends usually fizzle and fade out. And then you have to be on to the next trend. And to make a lot of money in trends, you have to kind of be good at predicting trends and markets and things of that nature, right? An evergreen business, though, is that which is ever present and always around, right? So you think about a few evergreen industries, you think about health and nutrition. As long as they keep feeding us the crap that they feeding us, there's always going to be a health and nutrition industry, right? As long as they keep feeding us the things that they're feeding us, there's always going to be a diet and fitness niche or industry that you can plug into. So that's what we call evergreen. As long as they continue to educate people without teaching them financial success and financial literacy, there's always going to be a place in the marketplace for financial services, right? Because people just don't learn financial literacy. So you need financial services. So credit restoration falls under the financial services industry, which is an evergreen industry. Because they don't teach people how credit works, then people are always going to be jacking up their credit and they're always going to be looking to turn to some sort of service some sort of product to kind of help them fix and improve their credit. Does that make sense? You guys tracking with me this morning? Or this afternoon, shall I say? So if you are going to start a business of any sort, you want to look at the industry. And is it an evergreen industry? Absolutely. You want to look at the size of the industry, $4 billion. Can you get you a small piece of that $4 billion industry and be comfortable and carve out a lifestyle for yourself? Yes. Then you want to look inside of the industry and start looking at various niches, right, within that industry. So our niche is very, very, very niche down and very specific. Our niche is the do-it-yourself credit restoration niche. See, we don't have to worry about trying to compete with Lexington Law and all of these companies that are going to charge you $1,000 and they're going to fix your credit for you. That's cool. That's their niche, right? They have a done-for-you service, right? Well, our niche is the do-it-yourself service because we know a lot of people are looking for credit education, credit restoration, credit repair who cannot afford $1,000 to go to Lexington Law or some of these other credit repair, credit restoration companies. They would much rather have the information they need and learn the strategies and how to fix their credit themselves. So we have what we call a do-it-yourself credit education franchise that will teach people how to fix their credit. Now, once you go through the course in the program material, which I'm going to share some slides with you in a second, you will quickly see that not only do we provide everything that someone needs to fix their own credit, but once you fix your credit and maybe you start helping other people fix their credit, then if you so choose, you can take this information once you get it down packed and you can become a Lexington Law. Now you have both platforms. You have a done for you service where you can put a team together and you start fixing people's credit for them. But then you also have the do-it-yourself credit education model where you would sell somebody a course where they can go through it and do it themselves, right? So you can eventually become a Lexington Law, a credit restoration company, a done for you, but at the same time, you still have your do-it-yourself model as well and your educational programs and components, and you can build an entire business around this model. So our flagship product is called the the flagship product is called the Smart Money Kit or the Smart Money System. So I'm going to go into a presentation mode real quick. And let me show you some slides. All right, there we go. I just wanted to make sure it was going to come up. So credit repair secrets, the 750 credit plan. Now this opportunity rests within a company called MyEcon. They will allow you for $10 to start, which is our special pre-Black Friday promotion. It's normally $35 to start and $35 a month to maintain your membership. But for a limited time, we're offering it for $10 to start, then $35 per month. You become a member of the MyEcon system and you get access and distribution rights and the marketing materials behind the 750 credit plan, which is a service that you could sell. You could also then go through that service and learn the material yourself and use that material to develop other products. I'm in the process of writing an ebook that goes along with my business plan and my business model to have another product to have as a low entry price product that people can buy, and then they can buy they can also buy the entire course. And I'm not the kind of guy, I'm not going to do the done for you service. So I'm just going to stick with the low entry price product that they can buy, and also they can buy the course, and I will supply or provide support. But I'm not going to do the done for you service. I just don't have the time to develop that out. But if that's something that you want to do, you absolutely can do that for sure. So whether bad credit is new to you or it's been dragging you down for years, this can be the year you turn it all around. As long as you have the motivation, we can guide you through the process every step of the way. Now, this is a presentation that you could give to potential customers and clients, right? I'm just going to go through it to you so you can see the type of information that we provide to help you sell the credit education and the smart money system courses, so that you get an understanding that we got you covered. Everything that you need to present this information to others, to set up webinars and lead magnets and various things that you can use as marketing material, we've got you covered. So DIY credit repair education. So first thing you want to help your people understand, and when they're coming to you for credit, is how long does the information stay on their credit report? And again, this is stuff that you would be learning yourself. So as you get to know this stuff, and this stuff is under your belt, you start teaching this stuff, and then people will want to start to either become your client or buy the course from you. So accounts paid as agreed stays on your report 10 years, bankruptcy 10 years, collection through infinity. So strategy trumps brute force. All that simply means is you apologize. Let me see. Looks like we're coming back up. My bad, y'all. All right, we're back. I'm not sure what's going on with my internet connection, but it jumped us off for a quick second. But we are back. All right, so strategy trumps brute force. If you take a strategic approach to fix Lexington Law or some of these other credit repair companies, they're going to say, all right, give me all your information, and they're going to do some stuff behind the scenes, and they're going to fix your credit. All right. All right, bear with me, folks. We're gonna get through this. I'm not sure why. What's going on with my connection? I might have to turn my phone to a hotspot if my Wi-Fi keeps tripping and bugging out on us. All right. So as I was saying, Lexington Law and some of these other companies, they will take your money, take your information, and they're going to do what they can to improve your credit score. But what makes us different is we're going to help people improve their credit scores through educating them, so that once they get that education down packed, then they don't have to come back to us. They'll know exactly what to do to fix their credit, and you become a value add in the marketplace. Because why? They're going to start referring people to you and saying, hey, you know what? I went through this place. Not only did they provided me a product, they also supported me, and they taught me some things about credit. I don't feel comfortable enough teaching you myself, but I can refer you to the people that I went through, and they'll teach you how to do it yourself, right? So we have a strong niche in the marketplace that is very needed. So understanding the 5 components that make up the credit score. Number 1, you have to understand that payment history makes up 35% of the credit score. Payment history. Now, this is where most credit restoration companies who have the done for you model, this is where they end. They will help you wipe off any negatives and delete some stuff off your report, but that's usually as far as they go. But with a credit education model like we have, we will also educate our consumers on the amounts owed or the credit utilization. That's 30% of the score, right? We'll also encourage them on some different solutions and some resources where they can get new credit. That's 10% of the score. Then we will teach you about length of credit history and how to add length of credit history if you need that to boost your score. That's 15% of the score. And then helping you understand, or helping your clients understand, there's a good credit mix needed to round out the credit score. So payment history accounts the most towards your credit history. However, it's only 35%. The smart money strategy can pick up 65% in other areas to give you an increase in score. Like I said, a lot of the credit restoration places will only go as far as the removal of the negatives. Now, knowing your credit score won't do you much good when it comes to credit repair. What you need to know are the negative items affecting your credit score. That means looking at your credit reports. So how's your credit, right? So we will help our clients understand how to get a copy of their credit report for free. If they have not done this already, they can go to annualcreditreport.com and they can get all 3 of their credit reports for free once every year. Right now, we have another way that they can access them. It's not a free method, but it is the most cost-effective method on the marketplace. But that's another product that you can also sell and provide to your clients. So Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, you get all 3 of your credit reports from annualcreditreport.com. We can walk them through that process. One of the modules will take them step by step on how to do that. If you are going to be actively involved in repairing your credit, you will want to track your results. Credit monitoring will not only provide you with the snapshots of your improvements, but it can also alert you to potential problems quickly. Do I need credit monitoring? See, again, as we're educating people about fixing their own credit, once they start our program, then we recommend a complimentary product, not a complimentary because it's not free. We recommend an accompanying product called the credit monitoring system. And they can buy that in addition to buying the course. They can buy credit monitoring for 1 year for $34.95 or 6 months for just $24.95. Now, I used to work for one of the big 3 credit bureaus. As an employee, it cost me $20 per month to have credit monitoring. And you have the ability to offer credit monitoring for an entire year for $34.95. So great. We got the accompanying products that people need. And then we also have the education that they want to learn how to fix their own credit. So what we teach them is once they get all 3 of their credit reports, then they go through and they study them, right? Identify any errors on your report first. Is your name and address and all that stuff correct? And one of the things that you have to understand is the credit bureaus accept a collection history based on 3 points of data: your social security number, your address, and your name. So some of the things that you can do where old stuff is collectors, you had old debts have been sold and those people are trying to come after you and put that stuff on your credit report. Well, guess what? You can talk to your clients about making sure they only have their current address on file with the credit bureaus. Why? Because when a collector from 10 years ago who just recently bought that client's debt, they're trying to get it on that client's credit report, so to intimidate them into paying it. Well, guess what? The credit bureaus are going to say, hey, do you have this person's name? And then they might say yes. His name is right there. Do you have this person's social security number? Then they say yes. Okay, we match that social security with the social security number you have. Do you have this person's address? And the address that they have, if it's an old address, the credit bureau comes and say, we do not have that address in our system, so that is not a match for this person's credit. We can't put that on this person's credit report. See, I'm telling you, this is a full-on education, and this is how you add value in the marketplace, because you're going to be teaching your people this versus doing this stuff for them. So once you identify any errors on your report, then you're going to mark and rank them so that you can start to dispute them. This is what we're teaching our clients: bankruptcies, foreclosures, repossessions, loan defaults, court judgments, collections, past due payments, late payments, etc. Especially those things that are less than 2 years old. Why? They carry the most weight. Again, you're going to keep hearing me say we're an education company. So we're a do-it-yourself credit education franchise. So you're going to be educating your people on this. Most people don't know, and they will see something on their credit report that's 5 years old, 6 years old, and they want to start paying that stuff. No, that stuff don't hold that much weight. Look at the stuff that's less than 2 years old, right? And then what we provide in our modules, we provide the 629 dispute letters so that they have everything that they need to start disputing the things that are on their credit report. There's 4 types of dispute letters primarily used, and then we have 2 additional dispute letters as well. So the first is the verification. And basically what you're educating your clients on is that, hey, sometimes we can get stuff removed from your credit report based on a technicality. Now, it's not to say that this is not my debt. See, there's one thing that you can get stuff removed when there's an error, right? They put a father and son both have the same name, one senior, one junior. So they put junior's debts on senior's credit report. So you can get that removed. Senior can say, hey, that's my son, that's not my debt, get that removed, right? That's an error. But we can also teach our clients how to get things removed on a technicality. So what does that mean? The first thing that we're going to do is challenge everything on our credit report. So you teach your folks that you're challenging everything on your credit report so that, because the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which is the law that governs credit reporting, it says that in order for a debt to remain on your report, then you have the right to challenge its validity. So first thing you do, you teach your clients how to challenge with the verification letter. It's a dispute letter. They put in their name, they put in their company's, the creditor's information, the account numbers associated, and all of this stuff will be found on the credit reports. And then they send that to the big 3 and say, hey, you say I own this debt. I want to verify that this is my debt, right? That is challenge number 1. Challenge number 2, after they come back to you and say, yep, we match the social security number, we match the address, and we match the name. So yes, this is your debt. And then you're going to be able to go back to them and say, hey, Mr. Equifax, Mr. Experian, Ms. TransUnion, that's wonderful that you match those 3 pieces of information. I appreciate that. But according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, I like for you I know my rights, and you have to provide to me the method that you use to verify that this is my debt. That is the second challenge letter, right? So when they go back and challenge it, the only acceptable form of verification by law is if the big 3 can get a copy of the contract that you signed originally that got you into debt in the first place. So when you send the second letter, right, and we're educating our people on how to do this themselves, or if you want to create a done-for-you model, then you can actually do this for your people and charge them a little bit more. I don't recommend that because there's a lot of regulations that you have to abide by when it comes to fixing people's credit. I recommend just selling them the course and providing them some support. Does that make sense? So once you send the big 3 and say, hey, show me that method of verification, if the debt has been sold a couple times, chances are they do not have the original signature that got you into the debt in the first place. That's how it gets removed. That's how they're removing negatives from your credit report, right? So you teach your clients how to do that, the letters to send, and then if they come back and they got 30 days to provide this verification. If they don't provide the verification in 30 days, you have credit monitoring. So you sold your clients the smart money system. They got all the modules. They got everything they need. They got the dispute letters. You also sold them credit monitoring. So they're looking at their score and saying, hey, I sent this letter and this stuff should be falling off. I got my credit monitoring, so I don't see anything falling off. Let me now, since it's been 30 days, send my third letter to the big 3 and say, hey, I disputed something on my credit report. You said it was mine, but then I asked for the method of verification. You didn't provide it in 30 days. So now I'm letting you know that I know my rights and you are in violation of my FCRA rights because you're refusing to move this off of my report, even though you cannot provide the acceptable method of verification. right? See, how many of you guys know that your customers would pay, will value you because of the education you're giving them? You're not just saying, hey, give me all your stuff, I'm gonna do it for you, and then turn you loose. And then if your credit goes down again, you got to come back and pay me again. Nope, you got access to this credit module forever. And if it's ever get updated and all that kind of stuff, then you're gonna get those updates as well. And then the fourth dispute letter in the dispute letter series says, okay, I sent you my notification that I know you're violating my rights. You didn't remove it. That's cool. Now let me send you my intent to take you to court. Here's my letter that says, since you're not complying and you're violating my rights, I'm going to take you to court because you're messing up my credit now. Because this stuff shouldn't be on my report and you're not removing it. So you send them an intent to litigate. And then outside of the dispute letters, then there are some entities that will have the original signed document that got you into debt. You're not going to be able to remove that, but you can work with those creditors to not only get that stuff paid, but also you can send them a goodwill letter. Say, hey, if I go ahead and pay this off, then will you at least start reporting in good standing for me, right? So that's goodwill. Or you can pay for delete. Say, hey, you want $1,000? I owed you $1,200. You say give you $1,000, and you're gonna wipe it off. That's and you're gonna cancel the debt. Cool. How about this though? I give you the whole $1,200, and you not only take the debt away, but you also delete it from my credit report. It's called pay for delete, right? Your credit restoration, your typical credit restoration company is not doing this for you. All they're doing is going through the first 4 processes, and then they're saying, hey, all right, we got all of this stuff off, but here's 6 or 7 items that we cannot remove. You're on your own. Well, we've got some strategies for that stuff as well. Now, you're going to educate your clients on when they're doing this, they're going to send all the dispute letters via certified mail. Why? Because you have to keep good records. You have to have something that says, when I sent this to the big 3, they had to sign for it, that let me know the date that they received it. And from there, the clock is ticking. They got 30 days. So if you just send it regular mail, then you have no proof of when the clock is ticking. You want to have proof and keep good records, right? And then finally, we have other strategies that will teach them how to. So when they do that dispute stuff and they're looking at their utilization, and they say, and the utilization works like this: I've got $10,000 in credit available to me, and I'm using 9,900 of it. So that's almost a 100% utilization. That is extremely bad in the credit world, right? It says this person, you give them a little bit of credit, they're going to use it all up, and they're going to fight to keep up, and that's a high risk. What you want to do, if you have $1,000 in available credit, you only want to use 30% of it or less. That is good. You're using just enough of it to keep showing that you can pay on time, and you got a good payment history, and you have a good name, right? But if you start using more than 30%, you become a little bit more risky. So we have some strategies called income shifting that will allow your clients to increase their take-home pay on their job by correcting their W-4, and that gives them extra money that they could use to start paying down some of those credit cards and get their utilization down. And that alone will boost their score double-digit points at a time just by getting that utilization down. Again, most credit restoration companies aren't going to tell you this. They know this, but they're not in the business of education. This is why our niche is so lucrative. This is why you have such a great opportunity, because you can literally educate people on these things. So taking care of negatives on your credit report will only get you so far in the credit repair process. At some point, you're going to need new credit, positive credit, to boost your score, right? How do you create new credit history? Well, again, this is an education program. So you're going to be able to educate your clients on how to add credit history, whether it's department store cards, secure credit cards, secure installment loans, credit builder loans, authorized users. We give you these resources to be able to teach your people how to get this done, right? And then you get to check credit mixture and then challenge any hard inquiries on their report, because inquiries on your report will also affect your credit score negatively, right? You guys still tracking with me? Or you guys eating so you can't post, you can't comment? I just want to make sure that you guys are tracking with me. All right, Macon, Georgia. All right, cool. So now, again, this is a do-it-yourself credit education program that you're going to be able to offer to and build relationships with people long-term. And then you can really build a successful credit education business around it, because when you're educating people like this, people are going to be referring you to all of their friends and family. It just makes good sense. And then we're allowing you to get this program today for just $10 to start. Of course, when you get it today, you can use it for yourself personally, but you can also start to promote and sell it right away and start earning some income right away as well. All right. So you want to make sure that you're checking your disputes. This is why we are going to encourage our clients to also buy the credit monitoring that goes along with this program. So they got the credit system, and it gives them everything they need to fix their credit, but they want to be monitoring their credit throughout the process and seeing things fall off so that they can go ahead and do what they need to do to, in the event for the things that they can't get to fall off, then they might need to get with a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau or a credit attorney to challenge some other things, or they might just need to go ahead and devise a payment plan to start paying the stuff off that they can't have removed. Final summation. You'll be able to help your clients rebuild credit while disputing derogatory items. You may not remove all items or help your clients remove all items, and that's cool, but you got some solutions for when the ones that they can't remove, you can help them free up some money so that they can start paying those things off and still improve their credit score that way as well. Pay current debts on time. Credit improves over time. It's not a quick fix, so you'll be able to educate your clients on that. And then because they have credit monitoring, they're going to be able to continue to monitor their score as it's improving, but also get alerts and notifications if someone tries to use their credit, or if there's some other things that are negatively impacting their credit. So the Smart Money Kit includes 26 step-by-step do-it-yourself credit repair videos, 4 rounds of dispute letters and templates, little-known research credit sources for getting good credit and new credit, income shifting strategies, minimize expenses tools, debt elimination tools, and an investment calculator. Because if you're like me, I like to teach my clients the wealth building component of getting out of debt, because every dollar that you're paying interest on is not a debt that is not a dollar that you're earning interest on. So therefore, if we can help get them good credit, and that money that was going to their bills can now go into an investment account, they can start building generational wealth, right? So Cedric says, what if a person has legit 30, 60, 90-day late payments where the balance is paid off? Can those be deleted? Yes, you can challenge those and have them deleted on a technicality if the credit reporting company cannot, verify according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. They don't use the appropriate method of verification. However, medical bills in hospitals are very good record keepers, right? That's why it's tough to remove medical bills, because they typically deal with first-party collectors. So when the credit bureau goes to verify that medical debt, the companies are really good, and they're going to be able to send you the signature and the date and time that you were in the hospital and had that treatment. So you're going to have to pay that. But that's where the pay for delete and the good faith letters come in, the goodwill letters. So you can reach out to those creditors and say, yes, I legitimately had some issues, but you can see I paid, I got caught up. Is there anything that we can work out? Can I pay you to have you report this as paid as agreed, or remove those negative marks on my credit report, or can I just pay this whole thing off in full and just have you delete this from the credit report altogether, right? So you got a couple of options, Cedric, when it comes to those late payments, and it's really about teaching your clients on how to really communicate with their creditors, right? And a lot of times when you're doing the pay for deletes and you're doing the goodwill letters, you can't talk to the everyday collector on the phone. You might have to get their supervisor, their manager, their boss, get them on the line and say, hey, look, here's what I'm trying to do. I'm in the process of restoring, rebuilding my credit. I had some snafus that kind of threw me off balance, and I had, some late pays, but I'm all up to date now. What can we do? How can we work together so that we can get that stuff removed from my report, right? So the Smart Money system retails for $999.95. Depending on what you're doing with the system, you can make anywhere from $20 to $50 per referral. So every time you sell this system, you can make anywhere from $20 to $50, depending on how much volume and things of that nature that you're running through your business and how many sales you're making on a weekly or monthly basis. I don't have a slide for let me see, I might have the slide for, I don't have the slide in here for the credit monitoring system, but when you sell the credit monitoring system, you'll make a couple dollars in commissions off of that too. So you can very easily make anywhere from $22, $25 per sale that you sell someone your Smart Money restoration kit. Now, here's the other beautiful thing about what we do in this field of education. When you become an affiliate for just $10, you not only get access to sell the Smart Money credit repair system, you get access to sell all of my econ products and services as well. So they have identity theft protection that you can sell and make a few dollars in reoccurring income for every time someone buys the identity theft protection, $8 a month for an individual, $15 a month for a family, and you'll make $3 or $4 per month on the sale of that product, but it's every month. So when you're talking to somebody about fixing their credit, then you can have them add on identity theft protection, right? And what if you got 100 clients that you sold the Smart Money kit to over a 6-month period, but 50 of those clients that you sold that Smart Money system to, 50 of them got not only the credit monitoring, but they also got the identity theft protection for their family. So now you're making $4 per sale on a monthly residual. So 4 times 50, you made the $100 sale and the $20 commission up front. But because you upsold them on identity theft protection, you also made an additional $200 a month in monthly residuals. All right. Sounds like my dog over there having a nightmare. I don't know what he's over there doing. So there's other products and services that you can upsell them on. Again, the credit monitoring, we have 2 levels. $23.95 will get them credit monitoring for an entire 6 months, or $34.95 gets them credit monitoring for an entire year, right? Also, a cash flow management system that will help them with the tools that they need to start debt elimination, a wealth building system that will help them determine their freedom number and put a wealth building game plan together for them. That's also $20 a month if you were to upsell them on that. So you got the products that you need to help people fix their credit, but also some ancillary products that can create some ongoing monthly income for you if you're good at upsells and things of that nature. And then more importantly, these products and services that you get access to yourself, and you can use all of these products and services as well, especially the cash flow manager, because as you have your financial, your credit restoration franchise, chances are you're going to run it from your home, and that makes a lot of your regular expenses in your home a tax write-off. So the tools that you get and that you're able to sell, you can use those yourself to help keep records for your business, keep your income, your expenses, track your mileage when you're going to see clients, when you're taking clients out to eat, to talk about fixing their credit, you're keeping those receipts and all that stuff. So we've got a complete system here available for you. Now, Last but not least, here is where we take it a step above any other franchise on the planet. See, if I had $2 million and I bought me a McDonald's franchise and I got that thing popping, first of all, if I got $2 million, chances are I know some other wealthy people who are millionaires as well. I might want to say, man, this McDonald's franchise is popping, bro. You need to go get you one too. I could do that, but McDonald's is not going to pay me any money for that referral. Well, guess what? If you start your financial education franchise with us for just $10, not only can you get paid for creating your own business in your franchise, if you know 5, 10, 15 other people who want their own financial education franchise, if you refer them to our system and they set up their franchise, they got their training, they start teaching and educating their clients on how to fix their credit, and their clients starts to buy products, and they start upselling their clients on the smart money kit, the credit monitoring and the identity theft protection and all that. Guess what? You get an override on their entire business. So not only do you become a franchisee, if you're ready, you can also become a franchisor for just $10 to start today, $35 per month. Now, if you're saying, hey, I jumped on this thing, man, because I want to fix my own credit, not too big on starting a franchise and building a business around it. Well, guess what? You can still start today for $10, $35 a month. Just hang out with us for the next 3 or 4 months, however long it takes you to fix your credit, and then you can cancel. Or you can just pay the $99.95 one time and just own the system and just work it out yourself, right? But is there anybody here today who's thinking enough to say, man, this is a killer system. It's a cool business opportunity for me to take into 2018, man, and start doing my own thing, making me some money on the side. I get to start writing off some of my lifestyle because now I have a business. Anybody ready to get started today for just 10 bucks? If you are, I want you to type I'm ready in the comments. Now, let me preface that with this. If you got questions, don't type I'm ready. Type questions, all right? Because I want to work with those who are already ready. They've seen enough. They've got their 10 bucks. They want to test it out. I want to get them going quickly. And those who got questions, then I will, once I get those people going who are ready, then I will reach out to you and we can have a phone conversation and we can answer any questions that you may have. Does that make sense? Anybody here has seen enough and they're ready to start this kind of program to A, fix their own credit, and then B, maybe down the line start helping other people fix their credit. If you are ready and you heard enough, then I want you to type I'm ready in the chat. Some of you guys may have been invited by some of my franchisees, and they are trying to see if you're interested in joining them in business. If you were invited by someone, get back with the person who invited you to watch this video and ask them how you can get started for just $10. Ask them how you can get started for just $10. Anybody here today say, you know what, that's a cool business model. Credit restoration, credit repair is a hot industry. It's not going anywhere. It's a $4 billion industry. You can start a business today, get your own piece of it, and fix your own credit and start working with other people to help them fix their credit as well and make a few $100s. Right? For the most part, if you deal with 2 clients per month, then that's going to pay for your membership. It's going to pay for your franchise fee of $34.95 per month. Right? 2 clients per month is all it requires. And then for those of you who want to introduce this and set up a couple other franchises, then it's even less than that. You do 1 client a month, they do 1 client a month, then that'll be your $34.95. All right. Christo says, I am very interested on that. Which part? The franchise to start the business, or do you just want the product for yourself? Let me know which one so I can get you what you need to get started. Anybody else heard enough to say, you know what? For $10, I'm willing to try it at least. Get on the inside and look at this whole thing, break it down for myself and see if this is something that I can really sell, right? Anybody else? Got Crystal? Anybody else? Just comment, I'm ready. Or if you got questions, comment, I got questions. And then I will respond accordingly. Either comment, I'm ready, or comment, I got questions. In fact, if you got questions, you can go ahead and type your questions in now. We can kind of do some questions, some quick Q&A. Yeah, I got a couple minutes for Q&A. If you got questions, type them in right now. I try to wrap these things up within an hour. So if you got questions, type questions. If you're ready, just type I'm ready, and I'll make sure you get what you need to get started here and now. But this is cool opportunity, man, to get into a business and an industry that is exploding. All of us right now know 10 people who either have recently paid for credit repair or are trying to pay for credit repair, or they're going online searching free information on how to do it themselves. You can insert yourself right into that mix and offer them some education and support, as well as the tools and resources that they need to do that. Anybody else ready? If not, guys don't have any questions, then I will get Crystal what they need to kind of, make an educated decision on whether or not this is a good fit for them and a good program for them. Any questions? So how much can you get from one customer? Can you do it from home? Not only can you do it from home, Marlon, you absolutely should do it from home, because as one of our franchisees, I'm going to teach you how to write off about 50% of your lifestyle because you have a business that you're running from your home. One customer will get you anywhere between, if it's just your first customer, your first couple customers, you're going to sell the kit for $99.95, and your income on that is going to be like $24.50. If you just sell that product and don't sell them credit monitoring or don't sell them any other products, then that would be just roughly between $20 and $25 per client. But the more you sell, the more you advance in rank, and that can go up to as high as $50 per customer. But yeah, doing it from your home. If you guys paid $10 to get started with this, right? If you paid $10 to get started with this, chances are I can show you, now that you have a home-based business, I can show you how to adjust your W-4 form to reflect that you have a business, and that will increase your take-home pay on your job anywhere from $200 to $600 per month. That alone will cover your $34.95, so you don't have to worry about how you're going to pay your franchise fee, because I'm going to show you a strategy to do that. And then now that this franchise fee is straight, now you can take your time and really learn and soak up the information and become good at what you do when it comes to promoting these products. It says, already a member, can I rejoin through you? No, Phil, if you already have the system, then just let me help you use it to your benefit, right? I can coach you without you having to defect and come to my team. So I can coach you from where you are, Phil, stay in your line of sponsorship, but I can coach you on how to use this webinar, for instance, and different systems that we're using to help you build. So no, you don't have to do that, but just let me know where you need help and I can coach you on that. Marlon, so is that cool? But you absolutely should do it from home. See, if you got a business that you're running from your home, then a percentage of your light bill, gas bill, water bill, trash bill, that becomes a tax write-off. Your cell phone bill, your internet service, because you'll be using that for business, that becomes a tax write-off. So you absolutely want to do it from home. Cuts down on your overhead, and it makes it easy to duplicate for others, so that if you had a storefront and then you told somebody that, hey, you can start your own financial education franchise for $10, that wouldn't be true, because then they have to go and try to figure out how they're going to get them a storefront. Nope, we just work side by side, right from our homes, webinars, conference calls. I literally have almost 350 franchisees all over the country. Right? So any other questions? Any other questions? If you're ready, type I'm ready. Marlon, if you're ready, type I'm ready. Marlon, if you got other questions, type questions. And I can help you with those other questions as well. Perfect business opportunity, man. Very low cost to maintain, low overhead, and you could literally be impacting your own life by fixing your credit and going through some of our other products that will help you, and then start to sell some of those other products to other people, maybe help a few other people become franchise owners as well and start overriding on their business. Perfect business model, man, in a perfect industry. People are looking for credit restoration all day, every day. They're looking for a do-it-yourself model, and we got it. And it's cost effective, right? Who is familiar with a place that you can go and get a complete credit restoration program for $100? Most of these companies charge $100 per month. We've got the complete package for them for $100 total. That make sense? Any other questions before we get out of here? I want to respect your time. I know this is lunch and learn, so some of you guys may have to get back to work. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're seeing this on a replay, then you can ask any questions. Can you post your email and contact information? Yes, 314-874-6887. Let me see if I can do it right here on the phone real quick. All right, so all you got to do, Keith, is text me your email address and I will send that information. It says, what does $10 cover? Are there any other fees I should be aware of? So the $10 will cover your startup costs. That is your website to sell the products. It covers your cash flow management software, your cash flow strategy software, covers identity theft protection for you, yourself personally. You can upgrade for an additional $8 if you wanted to cover your family. You get free and discount legal services. You get tax advice and tax preparation help. You get key logging software. You get discounts on travel and your own cashback mall. Then you get our system, our softwares, our support, and the education comes with the $10. Then when you're joining me specifically, you're going to get some additional branding and marketing strategies to help you use Facebook and other social media, help you leverage webinars like this so that you can really start taking advantage of your social media following and things of that nature to start finding out who's following you that would be interested in something like this. As far as fees, there are no additional fees that you would have to worry about because this is a franchise. So when you start selling the products, then there's no additional fees unless you want to go above and beyond and start buying some other marketing systems and things of that nature. But this is a complete business in the box. If you're not afraid of sales, then like I said, this is the perfect business opportunity. No additional fees that you have to worry about as an individual who's franchising a sale. Now, if you are, say Marlon, you came aboard and you got started, and for the first 6 months you didn't sell any products, but you start, you were just working on your credit personally. But at the same time, you got 10 franchisees under you. You didn't sell no products yourself. You got 10 franchisees under you. Well, you don't get paid your overrides on those franchisees unless you sell a couple products yourself. So it's not a system where you can leverage everybody and do no work yourself. So if you come on board and you got franchisees under you, you have to sell at least one product a month to get qualified to earn the commissions off everybody else under you, your other franchisees. But that's the only stipulation as someone who wants to sell and create other franchisees. You have to be producing in order to get paid overrides on anybody that you bring into the system to get paid on their overrides. Cool? If you have any questions and you're jumping on late, post your questions. I monitor this chat all day, so I appreciate you for tuning in. And again, this is our Lunch and Learn series, so I try to do different things and bring different things to you guys that I'm doing, that I'm using to make money. This is the system that I use. This is why I don't have a job. I do this full time and it pays me very well. And I can coach you on how to make money with this system the same way that I do. All you have to do is step out on faith, plug in. It's $10 to get on the inside of the system. You'll get access to everything immediately. See if it's a good fit. See if these are products and services that you feel that you can actually sell. If so, bam, we're going to work together. If not, you can just use the products and services for yourself, right? Then it's $34.95 per month. I'm going to help you adjust your W-4 form. That's going to bring, for 8 out of 10 people, that brings extra money back into their household from their job, whether they sell a product or not. That covers your fee and pays for the business. And now you're not under any pressure to have to sell products right away, because I help you with a strategy, cover your monthly costs, and then you can take your time and really set your business up properly. So I'm H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur. Until I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. More importantly, you deserve it. Peace out, y'all.